Picture this: a plain guy walking into a room, and suddenly every head turns, not for his face, but for something else entirely. What's going on? We've all seen it. Men who don't exactly top Google's most handsome lists, yet seem to attract intelligent, beautiful, high-value women. And it's anything but a fluke. Researchers in evolutionary psychology explain that across human history, women evolved to evaluate mates on more than physical beauty. Traits like emotional stability, kindness, reliability, nurturing ability, those signal long-term partnership potential, not genetic flashiness. So when a guy may not have chiseled features, but exudes warmth, treats others with respect, shows caregiving instincts that can outweigh looks every time. A landmark experiment showed women choose unattractive men who acted altruistically over attractive men who lacked character, especially for long-term relationships. There's more. A pair's perceived attractiveness often reflects balance. The matching hypothesis says people tend to pair with those of similar physical appeal, but if one partner brings another dimension, like status, intellect, or character, that formula shifts. A less attractive man who offers confidence, humor, or security breaks the mold. Tiny detail. Evolutionary pressures shaped women to value providing an emotional commitment more than surface looks in long-term mates. Men, on the other hand, were primed to value fertility cues, youth, symmetry, a certain glow. Let's talk confidence and attitude. Some men with less conventional looks possess unshakable faith in their worth. They bring swagger, not arrogance, but an optimistic belief their value extends far beyond appearances. They sell who they are first. And that confidence, it's magnetic. In fact, there's a psychological dynamic at play. Some guys actually overestimate how attractive women find them. That bold misjudgment, born of evolutionary optimism, pushes them to keep trying, keep initiating, keep engaging, even with women who seem out of their league. Persistent effort often wins. Then there's the halo effect. Attractive people benefit from this bias. They're assumed intelligent, kind, high status. But it works the other way too. A non-traditional partner with proven kindness or competence can trigger perceptions that outshine surface judgments. There's also smart choice in play. Some beautiful women deliberately pick less conventionally attractive men because they're seen as more committed, less likely to betray, less threatened by attention from others. There's something about stability and calm that's appealing. And sometimes, the world really is upside down. Studies show there are simply more beautiful women than handsome men. So, competition for top male looks is fierce. Meanwhile, a man offering emotional maturity, stability, and humor might stand out more than another pretty face. Emotional chemistry often trumps the initial spark. Women may feel safer, more emotionally fulfilled with men who listen, support, and prioritize deep connection. That long-term promise resonates stronger than a quick physical buzz. Real-world voices echo this. One blogger writes, "Ugly men who date pretty women often seem to carry pride, confidence, and treat their partners deeply. They behave like they're winning, but underneath, they bring real emotional substance." In the messy marketplace of attraction, looks may open the door, but values, character, reliability, caregiving, and mutual respect build the house. Men who lean into those often find quality connection, regardless of jawline or six-pack. So yes, ugly men can and do end up with the best women. Not because beauty is irrelevant, but because it's only one measure among many. Traits that endure matter more. When a man shows he's honest, consistent, emotionally mature, invested in growth and partnership, women who value depth take notice. At the end of the day, attraction is complex. And that's good. It means someone's worth isn't limited to their face. Kindness, commitment, warmth, they carry weight. And sometimes they carry a room. That's the story behind the surprising pairings. So now that we've walked through all the reasons, evolution, psychology, behavior, confidence, it becomes clear this isn't just some random trend. It's not a glitch in the dating system. It's not about women settling or lowering standards. It's about understanding that attraction is far more layered than looks. Women are not just scanning for cheekbones or jawlines, they're scanning for character, presence, emotional safety. Think about it. Life isn't a magazine cover. It's messy, real, unpredictable. And the people who thrive in love are often the ones who bring more than surface. They bring stability when the world's chaotic. They offer humor when things feel heavy. They stay steady when others flake out. These are qualities that grow more valuable the older you get, the more life you live, the deeper you crave connection. And women know that. They've learned that the guy with the mirror-perfect face may not be the one who remembers her coffee order, or texts back consistently, or actually shows up when things are hard. Sometimes, the guy who doesn't win in a beauty contest is the one who wins in life's tougher arenas. He listens, he commits, he learns her rhythms, and slowly, surely, attraction blooms, not from symmetry, but from substance. Let's not forget emotional intelligence. It's a real game changer. A man who's self-aware, who knows how to navigate feelings, who can talk through conflict without turning cold or defensive. That's a rare kind of sexy. That's intimacy. And that's what keeps beautiful, smart, ambitious women around. Because looks fade, muscles deflate. But emotional presence? That just gets sharper with time. There's also something magnetic about a man who embraces who he is fully, not trying to be someone else, not overcompensating, just showing up, owning his story, leading with kindness. That kind of authenticity is impossible to fake, and it makes a woman feel seen, not judged, not evaluated, just accepted. And in a world that constantly tells women to be better, or hotter, or more, being with someone who sees them as enough, that's powerful. Let's be honest, society does feed us a warped image of what romance looks like. The movies push out this fantasy where everyone's flawless, lips are always glossed, and love is always effortless. But the real magic happens behind closed doors, away from filters, where it's just two people figuring out life together. And in that space, the man who may not look the part often ends up playing it better than anyone else. So when we ask, why do ugly men get the best women? Maybe we need to ask a better question. Maybe it's not about who's ugly or hot. Maybe it's about who's real, who's emotionally rich, who's ready for partnership. And if that man happens to not fit conventional beauty standards, so what? He still brings the fire. He brings value in ways that outlast looks. He makes her laugh. He makes her feel safe. He shows up. And here's something else. These men often love deeper. Maybe it's because they've faced rejection. Maybe it's because they don't take love for granted. Maybe it's because they've had to grow other muscles, humor, empathy, drive. But whatever the reason, they often treat love like gold, like something sacred. And women feel that, and they stay. This isn't about lowering the bar. It's about redefining it, shifting the focus from shallow attraction to soulful connection, from quick chemistry to long-term compatibility. And that's a shift worth celebrating. Because when a woman chooses a man who might not turn heads in a crowd, but turns her life into something steady and meaningful, that's not surprising. That's smart. So maybe the real plot twist isn't that ugly guys get pretty girls. It's that we're finally waking up to what beauty really means. It's loyalty. It's humor. It's patience. It's showing up. And in the end, that kind of beauty doesn't wrinkle or fade. It deepens. It holds fast. It wins. And that's why, again and again, so-called ugly men end up with the most amazing women. Because in the things that truly matter, in presence, in love, in real connection, they're the most attractive men in the room. And if you're one of those men, don't ever dim your light. Your value was never in your cheekbones. It's in your character. Keep showing up. Keep growing. Keep leading with heart. That's what wins every time.